For longtime fans of Survivor, Season 50 is already shaping up to be one of the most ambitious and dramatic in the show's 25-year history. The stakes are higher, the players are craftier, and the psychological games are more intense than ever. But for one contestant, Genevieve, the experience of watching the season unfold on television may be far more terrifying than the reality of actually competing on the island. Genevieve, a former professional athlete turned reality TV powerhouse, is no stranger to high-pressure situations. She first gained attention in the competitive world of athletics, where mental toughness and resilience were crucial to her success. Yet she admits that the psychological intensity of Survivor is a whole different beast. Being out there on the island, in the moment, you're focused on the challenge at hand, on the social game, on survival, on not getting voted out, she explained. But watching it on TV, you see every reaction, every misstep, every subtle moment of tension. It's like reliving a nightmare with 100% more clarity. Mushaluk's perspective offers a fascinating glimpse into the dual realities of Survivor, living it and witnessing it, while contestants navigate a delicate balance of alliances, deception, and strategy. They are often too busy in the moment to fully process the impact of their decisions. On the island, there's adrenaline, there's instinct, there's survival mode. Genevieve said, "You don't have the luxury of stepping back and analyzing every move in real time. But on TV, it all comes rushing back. Every betrayal, every blindsiding, every tiny micro-expression that you might have missed in the moment is amplified." For Genevieve, the emotional intensity of watching herself and others play the game will be almost unbearable. She admits to feeling a mix of excitement and dread at the thought of seeing how her journey is portrayed. "I want to watch it. Of course I want to see the story I helped create. The alliances, the friendships, the drama," she said. "But I also know I'll be scrutinizing every second. Did I overreact? Did I misread someone's intentions? Did I trust the wrong person? That's terrifying to think about." Part of what makes Survivor 50 especially challenging is the heightened awareness that comes with the show's milestone season. Producers have pulled out all the stops to create unexpected twists, blindside opportunities, and psychological challenges that push contestants to their limits. Season 50 is designed to be intense, Genevieve noted. The stakes feel higher, the players are sharper, and every move is scrutinized not just by your fellow competitors, but by the audience. That's a level of pressure that doesn't exist in most other situations. It's exhilarating, but it's also nerve-wracking. Genevieve also highlighted the social dynamics that make watching the show so anxious. On the island, she could rely on her instincts and read body language in real time, adapting to shifting alliances and power plays. Watching it afterward, however, removes her ability to influence outcomes or make split-second decisions. "You're watching a version of yourself that's frozen in time," she said. "And seeing how others interpreted your actions or didn't interpret them the way you intended is surreal. Some moments that felt minor on the island suddenly feel huge when you see them played back. It's a psychological roller coaster." Interestingly, Mushaluk also sees value in the self-reflection that comes from watching the show. While it may be terrifying, it's also an opportunity to learn and grow. "You get to see yourself through a lens you don't usually have access to," she said. "You notice patterns in your behavior, you understand how others perceive you, and you can really appreciate the strategy and skill involved in the game. That's something you can't experience while you're living it too. Only get that insight later." But the fear is undeniable. Genevieve admits that she anticipates moments of cringe, moments of vulnerability, and moments where she'd be confronted with mistakes she didn't even realize she made. "There are going to be times when I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I say that? Or I can't believe I trusted them." Those reactions are going to hit hard because, on the island, you're in survival mode. But watching it later, you're fully conscious of what's happening. It's intense in a completely different way. Mushaluk's experience highlights a fascinating paradox of reality TV: the tension between participating in the moment and witnessing it afterward. Contestants often say that being on the show is a whirlwind, a blur of challenges, social maneuvering, and raw emotion. But watching themselves on screen is a prolonged, inescapable confrontation with that same intensity. Genevieve's honesty about this process gives viewers a rare glimpse into the psychological toll of reality competition, beyond what's seen in front of the camera. Another factor that adds to the anxiety of watching the season is the public's reaction. Genevieve knows that viewers will dissect every moment, every decision, and every alliance. "On the island, you worry about the other players, not the audience," she said. "But watching the show, you know everyone at home has opinions. You know people will comment on your strategy, your demeanor, your choices. That's intimidating because it's permanent in a way people can analyze it over and over, online and off. You can't take it back. Despite the fear, Mushaluk is also eager to see the bigger picture. She wants to understand the narrative arc of the season. See how alliances shift over time, and watch how the game's emotional highs and lows unfold. I know it's going to be terrifying, she said, but I also know it's going to be beautiful in a way. You see the human experience condensed into this incredibly challenging environment. You see resilience, strategy, heartbreak, and triumph all in one package. That's worth the anxiety. Genevieve's reflections offer a broader lesson about the nature of reality television. While viewers often see the drama, the blind sides, and the epic competitions, they rarely consider the psychological journey contestants undergo after the cameras stop rolling. The combination of reflection, self-awareness, and public scrutiny can be far more daunting than the immediate pressures of the game itself. In the end, Mushaluk embraces both the fear and the excitement. She acknowledges that watching Survivor 50 will be a test of nerves, but also a chance to celebrate her accomplishments and the unique experience she shared with her fellow castaways. I survived the island, she said with a laugh. But watching it back, that's going to test my courage in a completely new way. As fans gear up for one of the most highly anticipated seasons in Survivor history, Genevieve Mushaluk's perspective reminds us that the real game doesn't always end when the contestants leave the island. Sometimes, the most terrifying challenges come when the game is over. The cameras are off, and the story is played back for the world to see. For Genevieve, that moment of reckoning, watching herself navigate the complex, brutal, and fascinating world of Survivor, promises to be more intense than any immunity challenge or tribal council she faced on the island. In the end, her honesty adds a compelling layer to the viewing experience. It's a reminder that behind every strategic move, every alliance, and every dramatic moment lies a deeply human experience, one that continues to unfold long after the game appears to be over. And for Genevieve Mushaluk, watching Survivor 50 will be a test of resilience, courage, and the ability to confront her own past choices, all from the comfort and terror of her living room.